Hey, Essential Families. I'm so thankful to take a few minutes to share with you a little bit more about my journey with Young Living. I got started using oils at the same time that Gina did, actually. Our Royal Crown Diamond leader, Krista Smith, came to Enid and taught a class. And from that moment forward, I just knew that oils were going to change my life and my family's life, and they have. It was not until just a couple of years ago that I really decided to jump in and do more with the business. Gina and I had co-owned a cleaning company of all things. We did use green cleaning products, though. We made our own solutions and stuff. But we were exhausted and burnt out from doing it. So we decided to sell off our cleaning business to one of our employees. And she asked me if I was ready to jump in and do the business part. Up until that point, I had really only shared with close friends and family members. And to be honest with you, I just bossed them into getting a kit because I knew how much they had changed our family's life, and I knew that they could change their lives as well. So that strategy did work for me, just for them. I don't recommend that strategy, though. Although I don't think they would tell you that they regret being bossed into it, because they love their oils. And my mom and my sister are building a business along with me now, and I wouldn't want to do this journey without them. So I'm very excited for that. I wanted really to share with you some of the questions that I've had to ask myself through the years. And if you would be willing to post a comment and let me know your answers to those questions, I think that'd be awesome. I feel like we can really learn a lot from each other. So first and foremost, I had to ask myself, what do I want out of life? And for me, helping others has always been a passion for me, but I didn't really feel like I had an outlet that I could really accomplish that with. And a secondary goal for me was financial freedom. I struggled financially as a single parent for a lot of years, and I knew that I never wanted to go back to that place of wondering how in the world I was going to make $7 stretch 2 weeks. So that is what I want to get out of life. The next most important question that I had to ask myself was why? And for me, the why of helping others is just deeply embedded in me. I think that is something that God planted in me for His good purpose. And I'm excited that He's brought Young Living into my life to accomplish that. And helping others is just, it's amazing to hear the stories, to have people come back and say, this is how this or that worked. My mom and I were together on New Year's Eve when she got a message from one of my dad's Navy buddies. His son had come back from a deployment and was really, really struggling. So she had sent him some oils, and I sent one off to him as well. And she got the message that they were able to enjoy 3 hours of family time together. And it's just amazing. That's why we do what we do, because it's changing his life. Sorry, I'm getting a little teary. I got teary that night too. But it's just amazing being able to help people at a level that makes such a significant impact in their lives. And I want to ask you, why do you want to get your gold on? Why are you looking to build your business? Helping others with product use and with natural support for wellness is phenomenal. And I don't think financial freedom is an awful goal either. But what are your goals? Your goals may be different, and it's exciting to hear what other people's goals are. The other question I had to ask myself, and let me pause for just a second. If you see me looking down, I feel super awkward about this. Y'all, I hate making videos. I just do. I feel super intimidated by it. I was actually just having a conversation with my 17-year-old daughter, and she was like, Mom, you don't know most of those people anyway. They're not going to see you face to face, which makes it all that much more intimidating. Because if you knew me, you might love the goofball in me. I don't know. So I'm down here in my dungeon, which is my bedroom in the basement, and the lighting is awful, hopefully covering up a lot of blemishes. So I apologize for that, but I have a note card thing to cover up my face on my screen and to try to keep me on track. So you're welcome for all of that. The other question that was super important to me was how. How was I going to get where I wanted to get? How was I going to get my what? How was I going to build a team? How was I going to help other people? And for me, the primary thing that came down to was education. I have an embarrassing collection of books. Some of them I've read and most of them I haven't, but that's one of my goals for this year, is to continue to dive back into that education piece. The ones that I have read, I've tried to take that education that I have gained and share it with others through teaching classes. And for me, I get too intimidated with this online stuff, with videos, things like that. So for me, in-person classes, in-home classes are definitely my preference. However, I am understanding more and more the importance of putting myself out there with social media. And so I'm trying to tap into that market where I'm comfortable doing so. The other how that I have used is events. They are an incredible amount of planning and organizing and energy, but I actually really like them. I love trying to reel people in, trying to connect with people, and it's fun and exciting for me. So for 2016, that's actually something that I'm partnering with some of the leaders on my team and looking to do events in their area with them to help them grow and help build their teams. The other part of how accomplishing my goals has been important to me is, first of all, making a commitment. If you don't make a commitment that you are going to do this business and take it seriously, then you won't. Because I can guarantee you there's going to be times you get discouraged. There's going to be times where friendships change because of business aspects, and there's nothing that you can do about it sometimes, no matter how hard you try. There's also going to be times where people take things the wrong way, or you take things the wrong way. So a commitment is key. Don't give up. You never know if achieving that next level or that next small goal that you've set yourself is right around the corner. So commit to keep going with it. The biggest way that I've held up my commitment to this business is by having a plan. My financial advisor told me a long time ago, most people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. And I found that to be true in so many areas of life, not just with my business. So having a plan of what can you do each day. I try to connect with one of my leaders each day. I try to stay in regular communication with them. And another part of my plan is that education. Being a continued growing learner about the products is, I think, vitally important for me. Also, along with that, though, is grace. 2015 was a really, really hard year for me, and I am so sad to kiss that year goodbye and to be excited about what 2016 is going to bring. But with 2015 being so hard, I had to have a lot of grace for myself. I had to step away from some of the responsibilities that I took as admin on our Essential Families page and some other things that I had really hoped to accomplish. I had to step away from, and my family needed a little bit more of me. My kids needed more of my time and more of my energy, but that's the blessing of this. Is this business is whatever you need it to be. Some hours you might be able to work 20 hours a week. Some you might only be able to work 2. Some of you might have a full-time job, and that's okay. This can be whatever you need it to be. The final question that I asked myself is, who do I want to do this journey with? And I'm so excited to have my mom and my sister on this journey with me, and so many amazing friends. Some of them are new friends that I've built through our Essential Families retreats and just through getting to know people through our Facebook groups. So having people that can support and encourage you along the way is so important. I also want to share that even though 2015 was really, really hard for me in a lot of ways, it was also amazing. I got to experience more thanks to Young Living and thanks to my business than I ever would have dreamed possible. In October, my mom and I were able to go on the Silver Retreat trip together to the farm in Utah, and you guys, it was amazing. So I can't wait for you guys to get there if you haven't experienced it yet. And just know that the culture of Young Living, of being so generous and giving and supportive and encouraging, is really a lot of what I think our Essential Families team has tried hard to emulate. And that became even more real to me after going to the farm and just having a smaller scope than convention of getting to talk to other leaders and Gary and Mary. It was amazing. So thanks for letting me share with you, and I look forward to hearing more about you and your journey and how you would answer those questions. Talk to you later.